Hello, I'm Dr. Denny Warren, and I want to welcome you to our office. You see, in January of 2006, my wife, Dr. Mandy Warren, and we opened up our office here. And we've been practicing wellness care and corrective chiropractic care for thousands of patients ever since. But we also practice functional medicine. And you're receiving this email because you expressed interest or you have called into our office to make an appointment for a functional medicine appointment. And so I want to give you this information and tell you what to expect. That way you feel confident, you feel fully informed, and you're comfortable when you come into the office. See, on this email, we've also attached our new patient exam form. It's very important that you fill that out. The first part of the form is just your basic information. It's going to give your name, your phone number, your email, all of those information. But also, the second part of the form is something we call the metabolic assessment form. Take your time on this and fill this out thoroughly, because this lets us know what your goals are. This also looks over symptoms that you may be experiencing with different systems inside of your body. So one section of that form is all about symptoms that you could be experiencing for colon health. Another one's for liver or gallbladder. Another one's for thyroid. Another one's for adrenals. So it tells us, it gives us more information, and it helps us identify what are the appropriate tests that we'll need to be doing for you. So in your first visit, it's all about a communication, a conversation, and a physical examination so we can help identify what is going on with your body. The other thing is we're going to need to identify what's the most appropriate test. Do we need to do blood tests? Do we need to do urine? Do we need to do a stool test? What type of testing is needed in order to find out what's the cause of your problem, or what type of testing is needed in order to keep you healthy? So once we identify that, once we identify what tests are needed, there's some tests that we can do inside the office. There's some tests that we'll actually send home with you, and then there's some tests we're going to have you go to another lab to have blood drawn. Whatever test it might be, it'll take a little bit of period of time where we will receive all the results back. So once we receive the results back, then we're going to call you and schedule a second appointment. On that second appointment, we're going to go over the results of all of the lab tests that we have done. And when we go over those results, we're going to talk about a care plan. In functional medicine, the main thing that we focus on if are there any modifiable risk factors that's negatively affecting your health. That's like smoking, that's like drinking, things like that. The other thing is we're going to look at your exercise habits and see how we can maximize your health and well-being by addressing how you move. We're also going to talk about dietary things for sure, because that's a very big part in this. We're going to talk about stress management, and then we're also going to talk about supplements. Those are all things, as far as functional medicine is concerned, that we will address and we'll talk about, and we might even talk about chiropractic, because chiropractic can be a very important part to your overall health and well-being. Now, the amount and the cost that it's going to run you on that first visit, it's going to totally vary and depend. It could be as little as $10 if we're going to run just a basic urine analysis in the office. It could be up to $600 or $700 or $800 or $1,000 depending on what type of testing we need to do. You see, in functional medicine, it's all about a discovery process. I have some patients that come into our office that they just do it for wellness, and that's all they do it. They're very healthy. They don't have a lot of symptoms or problems going on. For those patients, we do a basic wellness panel. It's a blood draw. I'll send them to another lab where they do a blood draw, and then we'll go over the results, and we can tweak what supplements they might be taking. We can tweak what they're doing for their diet and for their exercise habits. That's just for wellness. That might be about $200 or less. It could be around $60 or $70. But for patients that have a very complicated case, it's a discovery process. And I like to think of it like an onion, where we might have to peel off one layer, and then down the road we might have to do some other tests to peel off another layer, and then peel off another layer. Because if you're looking at something like autoimmune disease, you might have an infection that's triggering your problem. You might have food allergies or food sensitivities that's triggering your problem. There's all types of, you might have trauma. There's all types of things that could be causing that autoimmune disease process to snowball. So it might be multiple tests over a couple of years to really get down to the root of what's the problem for you to get your body to be healthy. And so understand it's a discovery process. Understand this is a start of that process. And again, I'm so grateful that you have chosen us to be a part of your healthcare journey. And I want you to understand that we're going to work with you and we're going to team up with you and encourage you along the way. And in this first appointment, bring your paperwork. If you have any past labs that you've had done, bring those labs as well, because that history really helps me understand exactly what's going on for you. Again, I hope this helps you. I look forward to meeting you, and thank you for watching this video.